32. We're going to start with Cal, who had picked 21, and they went with tight end Harry Lively, and this is a player I had high on my board. He has a 33.88 base rating. So he's basically an all-around tight end. Good speed for his size with 82, good acceleration 84, and strength 82. So he's got good physical attributes for a tight end, and he's also got elite pass catching, route running, courage. Basically everything else is pretty elite. I really like him as an offensive lineman. He weighs 265 pounds, so he could make that transition if they wanted to take the time with this player. If he would transition as a really good outside guy or guard or center. But if he keeps him at tight end and takes advantage of his well-rounded skills, I think he's going to be a good player. It's just a matter of if teams can utilize the tight end to get a first-round value out of them. But I do really like Harry Lively. I think he's going to be a really good player for Cal. Good pick here. And so we'll move to number 22, and that's Florida State. If anybody knows anything about Florida State, you know that they got a high-powered offense. They love to pass. They don't have the best defense. They do bring pressure and get a lot of sacks with that defensive line, but they definitely need to add some more defense of players, at least depth-wise, just because they're on the field so much. When you're an all-pass team, you're not wasting out the clock, so you're going to play a lot more plays on defense. And so adding strong side linebacker Adam Dew is a very good pick for them. He's a 29.84 overall rating, and the only problem I see with him is he's a 90 volatility, which makes him a really risky pick. But he's got really good speed at 84 for his size, 85 intelligence, and 99 discipline. So he's a smart player with really high coverage potential. Like I said, the volatility will probably be the key with this guy in training camp. If he fulfills his future ratings, he'll be an elite talent at linebacker. But if he does have a tough camp, it's going to be one of those players that will probably be successful, but just not top tier type of guy. But I do like this pick. I think he was probably my favorite linebacker in the draft, if I had to be honest. That volatility is just scary. Anytime you take a guy with that high of a volatility in the first round, it's got to make you nervous. But it's a good pick for Florida State. You got to give it to him. So we'll see how he does in camp and how that pick plays out. All right, so next we got Ohio State, and this is a team that was very vocal about their interest in DBs throughout the draft, and they saw multiple DBs just start coming off the board, and they started getting nervous. And luckily for them, there was one left that was probably I would say the last first round value of defensive back left when it got to them, and that's free safety Mike Doss. And Doss is a 35.75 overall base weight, which is pretty in line with some of the last couple DBs that have went. He's a smaller sized safety, so he's like 201 pounds, but so he could play either corner or safety as he gains a little bit of weight in training camp. But he's got 88 speed. For that size, it's not elite speed, but it's definitely good enough to get the job done, especially, as I said, a free safety doesn't need elite speed. He does have high volatility with 78, which makes this pick one of those boomer bust type of guys, especially when his man coverage is 59 to 81. So if he does bust, that 81 is going to drop into the 70s, maybe even to the late high 60s, which would really be a bummer for a pick in the first round. But he does have really good tackle. He's already sitting at 73 with an 83 potential, so he's going to be a good tackler no matter how he does in camp, which is nice to have at the safety position. And otherwise, his run defense and his zone coverage are in the 70s, so he's above average.